36.580 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Mr. Bane has a best lap time of 0:38.049. Alright, Martin Tuib has put down a 0:36.137. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that Toyota SFR racing.
For sure, Rob, it's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
Is a solid start, clocking in at 0:36.305. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
Posted 44.891 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Lap time of 0:35.942. Mate, sometimes I reckon the pit wall looks like they're controlling a spaceship with all those dials and knobs.
You're not wrong. Each of those adjustments, from brake bias to differential settings, has a profound effect on car behavior. It's like tuning a guitar, but instead of strings, you're tweaking mechanical symphonies to get the car singing just right on the track.
Folks wonder why these drivers spend so much time in practice. But it's just like prepping a barbie. You gotta get it right before the big show.
Exactly. Rob, practice makes perfect, and in racing, perfect can be the difference between pole position and the back of the grid. Tuib's first serious lap is at the books with a time of 0:39.026. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps. Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. fine-tuning their approach each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car themselves.
First flying lap for Mr. Bane, hitting 0:35.962. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
There is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. First flyer, clocking a 0:36.221. They're getting to grips with Vålerbanen and Bane 1, feeling out its quirks and corners.
It's like the first round of a chess match, Rob. They're making their opening moves, setting up for the later, faster laps where they'll really show their hand. Has a best lap time of 0:35.765. Renault 99's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 0:38.044. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds. Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
Lap. How will they do with this one? So, for those tuning in and wondering what's the go with these practice sessions, well, it ain't just about flexing their engines. It's about synergy, mate, getting the driver, the car, and the track to sing in harmony.
Couldn't have put it better. We liken it to rehearsing a dance. Every step, every turn must be practiced until it's second nature on the big stage.
Alright, Sunweiler has put down a 0:35.803. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that Toyota SFR racing.
For sure, Rob. It's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
Martin Tuem's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 0:35.563. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
Chris Duke posted a 0:37.147 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? With just 32 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Martin Tuem's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 0:47.710. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
Chris Duke has a best lap time of 0:35.796. Mate, these drivers aren't just burning rubber for the fun of it. They're chasing the ghost, that perfect lap that's always just out of reach.
Absolutely. Back in my racing days, I used to call it chasing the dragon. It's that feeling when you know there's still a little more in the tank, a fraction of a second to be found.
These practices aren't just a walkabout in the park. It's here that races are often won or lost.
Absolutely. Back home in North Carolina, we emphasize the setup. A few tweaks during practice can lead to major gains on race day.
Alright, Eric, Wolfs has put down a 0:36.835. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that Toyota SFR racing.
For sure, Rob, it's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
Max is on their first practice flying lap. There's the first flying lap for Sunweiler, hitting 37.966. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Ron. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
Has the best lap time at 0:35.355. Lars Hamp's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 0:37.993. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Ron. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
Puppy Dog from Hell posted 11:06.167 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Now, here's a term some might not be familiar with: roll bar stiffness. Sounds technical, doesn't it?
It does, but in essence, it's about how the car reacts to lateral forces, especially during cornering. Adjusting the roll bar can change how the car behaves mid-corner. A softer setting can be more forgiving, but a stiffer one might give the driver a quicker response, albeit with less margin for error.
You know, mate, watching these practice sessions, you'd think the driver just jumps in and goes. But there's a heck of a lot more to it, starting with that aero package, the balance between drag and downforce.
Oh, for sure. You tweak the front wing just a smidge, and you could have a totally different beast on your hands. Depending on the track, they might want more downforce for those tight corners or reduce it for the long straights to maximize speed.
With just 24 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Martin Tuip's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 0:35.889. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
Alright, Joe Ergu has put down a 37.604. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that Toyota SFR Racing.
For sure, Rob. It's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
Best lap time of 0:35.482. Joe Ergu crosses the line with their first flyer, clocking a 0:37.736. They're getting to grips with Vålerbanen Bane 1, feeling out its quirks and corners.
It's like the first round of a chess match, Rob. They're making their opening moves, setting up for the later, faster laps where they'll really show their hand.
D-Max has a best lap time of 0:37.377. Posted a 0:35.691 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Let's talk rubber. Tire pressures ain't just about pumping them up and hitting the road. It's like a fine art.
Couldn't have said it better. Tire pressures can dramatically impact the contact patch, the actual bit of tire touching the tarmac. Too high and you lose temperature and grip, too low, and you risk overheating, uneven wear, even a blowout. Each tire will have its own sweet spot where they grip best.
Just 19 minutes left before we move to qualification. There is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Renault 99's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 0:36.041. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
Simon Barnett's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 0:39.062. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car themselves.
Alright, Joe Ergu has put down a 0:36.525. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that Toyota SFR racing.
For sure, Rob, it's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
Simon Barnes has a best lap time of 0:39.062. Max has a best lap time of 0:36.192. RODU 69 posted a 0:35.877 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Ever heard the pit crew chat about wheel camber? Sounds like a dance move, but trust me, it's all car talk.
Haha, yeah, camber is the angle of the wheel relative to the road. A bit of negative camber, where the top of the tire leans inwards, can give more grip in the corners. But too much and you are looking at premature wear on the inside of the tire. It's a balancing act, and each track requires its own setting.
Hey Hal, you reckon these drivers ever get tired of going round and round during practice?
Well, Rob, repetition is the key. Every lap gives you data, insights, and an edge over the competition.
There's the first flying lap for Joe Ergu, hitting 0:38.212. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
The anticipation is high as the drivers line up for the qualifying session at Vålerbanen Bane 1. Joe Ergu is on their out lap.
This is the moment they've been preparing for. Let's see if they can execute.
A solid qualifying performance by Samuela, positioning them in 10th at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners. display by Megasaurus 55 in this qualifying session. They have put in a stunning lap time and find themselves at the top of the leaderboard. The other drivers will have their work cut out to match their speed and claim that pole position. Has completed their outlap. A solid performance from Sunoiler has completed their outlap. Incredible drive by Renault 99 so far, earning them 10th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up? Renault 99 has completed their outlap. What a performance from Lars Ham. They currently occupy second on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot?
You're spot on, Rob. Lars Hamp's current position of second is a testament to their skills and determination.
Lars Hamp has completed their outlap. It's an impressive showing by Sunoiler, currently in second. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher?
I completely agree, Rob. Sunoiler has positioned themselves impressively in second. However, it's crucial for them to keep pushing to potentially improve their starting position.
Martin Tuib has put in a great effort and currently holds 6th. With the session winding down, can they unleash their Martin Tuib has completed their outlap. Megasaurus 55 has positioned themselves well in 10th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors. Stratted Megasaurus 55 has completed their outlap. A tough outing for Simon Barnes in qualifying today. They currently sit in 12th position, which is far from ideal. However, there's a chance for them to regroup, analyse their data, and make some adjustments to their setup to improve their result.
You're absolutely right, Rob.
Simon Barnes has completed their outlap. Not the ideal start for Megasaurus 55 in this qualifying session. Currently in 12th position, they'll be eager to put together a strong final lap to improve their standing. The pressure is on, and they'll need to deliver their best performance.
You're spot on, Rob.
Megasaurus 55 has just completed a lap in 35.967. Let's see if they can improve on the time further. And there goes Chris Ilduke, currently in position 9. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result. Renault 99's really showing what they're made of, landing in second during this nail-biting session.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about precision and nerve in qualifying. Every millisecond can make a difference on the grid. Let's see if they can squeeze out even more speed.
Sunoiler has secured a respectable 5th in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance?
You're absolutely right, Rob. Sunoiler's current position of 5th reflects their strong qualifying performance. Now, they'll need to strategize and capitalize on this starting position.
I'm thinking Eric, Wolves could benefit from tweaking their tyre strategy. That last lap at 0.36.349 isn't cutting it for 11th. A switch to a softer compound might give them the edge they need.
Spot on, Rob. A softer tire could provide that extra grip, but they'll have to manage tire wear carefully. It's a risky play, but it might just pay off.
There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Chris Ilduke has some work to do as that 0.35.633 is only good enough for 9th. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Puppy Dog from Hell has completed their outlap. A tough qualifying session for Joe Ergue. They're currently mired in 13th position, which is a setback for their ambitions. However, they have the resilience and determination to learn from their mistakes and fight back in the race. Joe Ergue's clocking in at 0.36.561 isn't turning heads just yet. They're holding on to 13th, but with time running out, it's now or never.
They've got the skill, Rob, but they need to translate them into lap times. It's time to throw caution to the wind and go all out.
Lars Hamp has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position. A challenging session for Richard Rossier so far. They're currently in 11th position, which is not where they wanted to be. But in motorsport, we've seen remarkable comebacks, and they'll be hope Richard Rossier's last lap at 0:36.293 has them languishing in 11th. Time slipping away, and they need to find some magic on the track.
Absolutely, Rob. It's crunch time, and they've got to push that Toyota SFR Racing beyond its limits if they want to claw back into the top 5.
It hasn't been the best qualifying session for Eric Wolf so far. They find themselves in 12th position, which is not where they had hoped to be. However, there's still time left on the clock, and they have the opportunity to make improvements.
Well said, Rob. It's certainly
Eric Wolf's latest lap at 0:36.144 isn't cutting the mustard. They're sitting in 12th, which means there's a fair bit of ground to make up.
Yeah, Rob, it's a decent time, but in this game, decent won't get you to the podium. They'll need to dig deeper and find some extra pace.
Impressive work from Bane 99, who has claimed 3rd on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position.
Couldn't agree more, Rob. Renault 99 has positioned themselves impressively in 3rd. Now, they need to build on this foundation and strive for an even better race result.
It's been a challenging session for Richard Rossier. It seems like Richard Rossier is struggling to find the sweet spot with their Toyota SFR Racing. Sitting in 8th with a time of 0:35.897, they might want to consider adjusting the suspension setup for better handling.
Yeah, tuning the suspension could improve cornering stability, Rob. It's all about finding that balance between agility and stability on a technical track like this.
It's been a challenging day for D-Max in qualifying. They currently sit in 15th position, which is not reflective of their true potential. With the session nearing its end, they'll need to push hard and extract every ounce of performance to improve their result. D-Max has completed their outlap. D-Max has completed their outlap. D-Max has completed their outlap. There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Incredible drive by Martin Tulip so far, earning him 4th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up?
Great analysis, Rob. Martin Tulip has shown excellent pace to secure 4th. Now, the focus shifts to whether they can use their track position to their advantage in the race.
It's an impressive showing by RODU69 in qualifying. They have set the bar high, leading the way with their exceptional performance. RODU69 will be happy having put themselves into 1st in this qualifying session. It's been a struggle for Joe Ergu in qualifying. As of now, they find themselves in 13th position, which is well below their expectations. However, motorsport is unpredictable, and there's still an opportunity for them to shine and move up the grid.
Absolutely, Rob. Your view is aware of the current situation, and they'll be looking to make the most of the remaining time. They'll need to analyze their performance, work closely with their team, and find that extra bit of speed to improve their qualifying position.
A solid performance from Wayne Pearson as they currently hold position 5. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid. A solid qualifying performance by Martin Tuick, positioning them in 4th at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners.
You're spot on, Rob. Martin Tuick's current position of 4th is a testament to their skills and determination. Now, they face the challenge of maintaining their position against hungry rivals.
A disappointing performance from Eric Wolf so far in this qualifying session. Finding themselves in 12th position is certainly not what they were aiming for. However, they have the talent and experience to bounce back and salvage a better result. Impressive display by Chris Duke, currently sitting in position 6. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position.
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Chris Duke has done a fantastic job to claim 6th. The challenge now is to convert this opportunity into a strong race result.
A tough outing for Joe Yu in qualifying today. They currently sit in 13th position, which is far from ideal. However, there's a chance for them to regroup, analyze their data, and make some adjustments to their setup to improve their result.
I completely agree, Rob. Your view is in a difficult position, but they have the opportunity to analyze their performance so far and make the necessary adjustments. It's all about regrouping and giving their best shot.
Looks like Joe Yu needs to put the pedal to the metal. That last lap times landed them in 13th, not where they'd want to be, especially with the session ticking away.
True, Rob. It's all about incremental gains. Every tenth of a second counts, and they've got to squeeze every bit of performance out of that Toyota SFR Racing.
It's an impressive showing by Mr. Bane, currently in 8th. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher?
I completely agree, Rob. Mr. Bang has positioned themselves impressively in 8th. However, it's crucial for them to keep pushing to potentially improve.
Joe Yu's got their work cut out for them in 9th. Perhaps adjusting the gear ratios for better acceleration could help knock off a few tenths.
You're on the money, Rob. On a track with this many tight turns, quicker acceleration out of the corners could be key to a faster lap time.
What a performance from Joe Yu. They currently occupy 10th on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting? It's about time Lars Hamp considered a different approach. With a 0.35.743, they're stuck in 10th. Maybe a change in brake bias could give them more control in those hard braking zones.
That's a solid point, Rob. Better braking control means they can brake later and harder, making up precious time in the corners.
And there goes Lars Hamp, currently in position 10. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result.
Absolutely, Rob. Lars Hampa has put in a remarkable effort to secure 10th. The competition is fierce, and they'll need to stay focused to defend their position.
I'm thinking Lars Hamp could benefit from tweaking their tyre strategy. That last lap at 0.38.427 isn't cutting it for 10th. A switch to a softer compound might give them the edge they need.
Spot on, Rob. A softer tire could provide that extra grip, but they'll have to manage tire wear carefully. It's a risky play, but it might just pay off.
A strong showing from Megasaurus 55 as they currently sit in 9th. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve. Not the ideal start for D-Max in this qualifying session. Currently in 14th position, they'll be eager to put together a strong final lap to improve their standing. The pressure is on, and they'll need to deliver their best performance. Currently in 10th, Lars Hamp has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position. Sunoiler has positioned themselves well in 2nd during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start.
Absolutely, Rob. Sunoiler has shown great potential to secure second. It's now a matter of channeling that momentum into a strong performance during the race.
Incredible drive by Sunoiler so far, earning him second on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up? It's a beautifully calm day here at Vålerbanen Bane 1, as we're getting ready to kick things off.
The tension's building now. This is going to be another great race.
Starting from pole position is a great opportunity for Martin Tuib to take control of the race. We're seeing Renault 99 in the second spot.
But they're going to have to be quick out of the blocks if they want to keep up with the top performers.
And in the third position, it's none other than Sunoiler. RODU 69 is going to be starting from fourth.
The French driver will be focused on a good result from here.
In fifth place, we have Chris Ilduke. On the sixth grid slot we have Wayne Pearson. Sitting in seventh is Richard Rossier. Mr. Bang has qualified eighth. As the engines roar to life, Puppy Dog from Hell prepares to take off from the ninth position on the starting grid. From the middle of the pack, we have Joe Erg-Yu in 10th place on the starting grid. Lars Hamp will need to be on top of their game starting from 11th on the grid. Starting from 12th on the grid is a bit of a mixed bag for Megasaurus 55. Eric, Wolfs may not be starting from pole, but they're still in with a shot.
Are the mediums tires the way to go?
Starting from 14th on the grid is a decent position for D-Max, all things considered.
The American driver will want to show what they're made of today.
Starting from 15th on the grid is not ideal for Simon Barnes, but they're a fighter.
Where can Simon Barnes finish today?
And we have liftoff. The race is now underway. This first sector will test the driver's skills and their ability to stay focused.
Right here, this is the make or break moment. Gotta have the smarts and the skills to navigate this crowd. It's like trying to change lanes in a busy freeway in rush hour.
The drivers are jockeying for position. Martin Tuib will be looking to get off to a good start and consolidate their position.
Like gladiators, they enter rock, but instead of lions and swords, the champions fight with green and tarmac, and with fire-breathing machines and cutting-edge materials, designed to explore the very limits of physics itself, what can sometimes be very much a fight to the death.
I reckon they've had a few secret lessons down under. Mr. Bane's just breezed into fourth. Chris Ilduke wants to find a way round Wayne Pearson. Chris Ilduke just blitzed past Wayne Pearson like they were standing still. Wayne Pearson wants to get into Chris Ilduke's slipstream.
Do they have the speed for a move, and more importantly, do they have the talent?
same piece of tarmac. Sparks are flying as they battle for position, daring each other to brake later and go deeper into the corners.
I'm on the edge of my seat, Rob. The door-to-door action is exhilarating. The bravery required to go side by side like that is something only the best drivers possess.
Wayne Pearson could be looking for a way up the inside of Mr. Bane.
There is no room for error in this battle.
Whoa there, Richard Rossier is sticking to Wayne Pearson like glue. You reckon Wayne Pearson's feeling the pressure? Cause I sure would. This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion and claim victory? What a move. Martin Tuitt has move braking alert. Well, that was a proper Barbie flip by Chris Hill-Jib. Too much snagger, not enough fun. The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this. Here's some action. Megasaurus 55's tailgating Simon Barnes so close, it's like they're sharing the same set of wheels as they near T3.
The chase between Megasaurus 55 and Simon Barnes is like a high-speed game of tag only. The stakes are much higher.
This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit.
Oi, Rob, wouldn't want to be in your deal's shoes right now, would y'all? Talk about a pressure cooker situation.
Bloody hell, Lars Hamp's tearing up the tarmac and just snatched 6. Makes you want to crack a cold one in celebration.
Amazing stuff. Focus and precision, what it's all about.
I'm sure Wayne Pearson in 4th has started to notice Richard Rossier is right on their tail and is still closing the gap. Wayne Pearson, can they hold on to their position? It's a challenging situation for Wayne Pearson. They're sandwiched between their fierce competitors, Richard Rossier 0.1 seconds away and Martin Tuitt 0.2 seconds ahead. They all need to stay sharp and find an opportunity to make it.
You're absolutely right, Rob. The gaps to the cars ahead and behind act was a measuring stick for Wayne Pearson's performance. They'll have to keep a close eye on those gaps to stay in control of their race.
Talk about being caught in the middle. Wayne Pearson is sandwiched between their rivals, Richard Rossier 0.1 seconds behind and Martin Tuitt 0.2 seconds ahead. The battle for position is on. Joe Hughes giving it a red hot go in 9th. Just a few kangaroo hops behind RODU 69. Might see a cheeky move soon.
Don't forget the role of aerodynamics. Your group should use slipstream to their advantage and close the gap to RODU 69.
Blimey, Wayne Pearson is sticking to Lars Hamp like a kangaroo to her Joey. At this rate, they'll be side by side as they hit T3.
It's going to be a close one. Wayne Pearson will have to push hard to create an opportunity.
Looks like Wayne Pearson is letting others have their 15 seconds of fame. Now strolling at 9th. It's a great day, and the tarmac's heating up, and these tires are getting a proper workout.
Speaking of which, tire management is such an underrated skill. Knowing when to push hard and when to conserve, it's like a strategic dance out.
Hold the thought, hold the phone, or
is it just me?
Nah, mate, Renault 99 really just took the scenic route through the outback of Vålerbanen and Bane 1. Crikey.
If Renault 99 is trying to embody my self-esteem during puberty with that swerve, spot on. Just spot on.
Buckle up, RODU 69 is all over Sunweiler like a cheap suit. Are we about to see some wheel-to-wheel action? The gap between Puppy Dog from Hell and Wayne Pearson is razor thin as they vie for 9th in this nail-biting contest. Seems like Mr. Bang is getting in range of Chris Hill-Jib. It's a battle of wills out there, each driver trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the other. Superb driving from RODU 69, with that overtake has gained the position in the race. It's like watching two predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce.
When I was racing, we had a saying, if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space. Renault 99 is definitely living on the edge today.
Mr. Banks in an exciting position at 2nd. They've been maintaining pace for a few laps now, and with the leader just within a whisper's distance, things are heating up.
Absolutely. I think you would say it's tighter than a kangaroo in a sleeping bag up there. But yeah, every little decision now is crucial. One slip from the leader and our champ in second might just steal that top spot.
Remember when Chris Ilduke was on the pace? Neither do I kinda like my recollection of last Friday night.
Dang, Chris Ilduke is so far back, he might start seeing last week's race. But hey, in racing, as in love, persistence is key. Right, y'all?
RODU69 seems to be putting the pressure on Sunhola.
If you're enjoying the racing, please remember to like and subscribe.
Incredible, RODU69 is caught in a fierce battle, with Richard Rossier breathing down their neck 0.2 seconds away, and Sunhola just ahead with a gap of 0.1 seconds. It's a test of their racing skills. I've been analysing races for quite some time, and the sheer endurance of these drivers never ceases to amaze me.
Couldn't agree more. It's not just about physical stamina but mental fortitude. To stay sharp, lap after lap, especially with so many variables at play, it's a testament to their dedication and skill.
Things are getting spicy as Megasaurus 55 is breathing down Wayne Pearson's neck. The gap? Mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them. Wait, oh dear, Wayne Pearson has had an incident. The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown?
Hey Rob, ever seen a cat toy with a mouse? Kind of feels like what RODU69 is doing to Lars Hamlin right now, doesn't it?
It looks like Puppy Dog from Hell is all over Eric. Wolves, I think they are gonna press him through T1 and try and press for a mistake.
For sure Rob, that's exactly what I would be doing here, as Eric. Wolves is going to be aware of them riding their bumper. To achieve anything in this game, you must be prepared to dabble on the boundary of disaster.
Wow, RODU69 is really pushing hard to catch up to Lars Hamlin. There's blood in the water for 4th place.
If RODU69 gets any closer to Lars Hamlin, they'll need to start sending out wedding invitations.
An impressive showing from RODU69, who has gained positions and left Lars Hamlin in the dust.
Yes, but RODU69 can't rest on their laurels. They have to keep pushing to consolidate their position.
Good on ya, Chris Ilduke. Trailing so far back, reckon the front pack has already written the eulogy.
Someone shook the board?
Seems so. Chris Ilduke's taken a slide, but knowing them, it's just a part of the dance. You can feel the tension in the air.
The drivers are all focused, putting everything on the line for a chance at victory, pushing themselves and their machines to the limit.
And let's not forget about the incredible machines themselves.
Absolutely. It's amazing to think about the kind of engineering and innovation that goes into making these vehicles. But it all comes down to the drivers, who have to be able to handle the power and speed. It's going to be thrilling seeing how this race turns out.
Gee whiz, Richard Rossier is breathing down Lars Ham's neck. Wouldn't want to be in Lars Ham's rearview mirror right now. It's getting crowded.
Should things go awry, Richard Rossier and Lars Hamlin might find themselves giving a whole new meaning to the term tandem drifting, though I doubt they'd enjoy it as much as the spectators.
Stone the crows. Richard Rossier's on fire, surging ahead like there's a free round in the pub waiting. Hello, 5th. It's a human pursuit as RODU69 is right behind Sunhola, keeping the pressure on for 3rd place.
Hot diggity, RODU69's on Sunhola's tail tighter than bark on a tree. As they zoom into T5, I'm on the edge of my seat.
Hold your breath, folks. These drivers are showing exceptional car control, threading the needle through tight corners. It's a battle for supremacy.
You said it, Rob. The different lines they're taking.
Breaking update. Whoa, Lars Ham took the corner like my Uncle Baz after a 6-pack, all over the shop.
Well, slap my head and call me silly. Lars Hamlin just made a doozy of a blunder.
No room for error here. Sunhola is breathing down the neck of Richard Rossier, waiting for the perfect chance to make their point.
As an experienced driver, I can tell you that Sunhola must be laser focused on Richard Rossier's every move, looking for the slightest weakness to exploit.
Determination and laser focus, Mr. Bane is homing in on Martin Tour. The battle lines are drawn. Now isn't this a show? bit between their teeth, and they're reeling in Richard Rossier. Look at him weave and bob through T1, folks. Fantastic move from Sumola, who has just gained a position. Blimey, Megasaurus 55's gunning it in 7th, just a whisker behind Joe Ergu. Hope he's got his budgie smugglers on, cause things are about to get wet and wild. Incident alert. Looks like Simon Barnes tried the old dingo stole my race line trick. A tad too clever by half. The gap between Chris Ilduke and D-Max is not insurmountable, but it's going to take a mistake from Chris Ilduke to bring D-Max into play. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Megasaurus 55 is probably nipping at Joe Ergu's heels. Are they thinking of making a lunge? Only wait, looks like Megasaurus 55's playing in the dirt. Took me back to when I tried rallying in my mum's old sedan. Good times. Expensive repairs.
Dang, Megasaurus 55 swerving around like me chasing a sale at the car parts store. Always ends up being a wild ride.
I swear, Eric, Wolfs is on the prowl, making the leap to 10th look as easy as a Sunday Arvo barbecue.
Yes, Eric. Wolfs is driving with real focus and precision, and it's paying off.
This is where the race gets really interesting. Lars Ham is closing in on Eric, Wolfs. The intensity is off the charts as Chris Ilduke hounds Joe Ergu, both drivers pushing themselves to the absolute limit.
This is the moment where legends are made. These drivers will go down in history as the ones who fought tooth and nail for the top spot.
Eric, Wolfs wants to find a way round Megasaurus 55.
I might have said this before, but dog, bone, you know the rest.
We got a close battle as Chris Ilduke closes in on Joe Ergu.
This is what makes motor racing so exciting. The tension is high and the stakes are even higher. Who will take home the victory? It's too close to call.
Ripper of a move. RODU 69's not just in the race. They're owning it. Did they? Second.
Absolutely. RODU 69 is really putting on a clinic out there, and they're making it look easy.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Lars Ham is right on the heels of Puppy Dog from Hell, and we're in for a wild ride.
If Lars Hampa isn't careful, they might end up turning this high-speed chase into a synchronized spinning routine. And trust me, that's not a crowd pleaser.
This is what it's all about, folks. Chris Ilduke is in hot pursuit of Joe Ergu, who's just trying to stay ahead.
One wrong move, and we could see a spectacular new synchronized pirouette performance by Chris Hilduck and Jorg Yu, though I doubt the judges would give them a perfect score.
Things are heating up as Puppy Dog from Hell closes in on Lars Ham. The gap between them is down to practically nothing.
This is what separates the good from the great, the ability to stay focused and perform under pressure.
Oh my, Chris Ilduke is locked the tail of Joe Ergu. As they come into T1, I'm sure they may have a cheeky peek up the inside.
That's right, Ron. The pressure is palpable. The fans are on the edge of their seats, waiting to see who will come out on top in this epic showdown.
The crowd is on its feet as Joe Ergu chases down Chris Ilduke through T4. The gap between Joe Ergu and Chris Ilduke is expanding faster than a bull's waistline. It's now a whopping 0.9 seconds. The action is non-stop as Megasaurus 55 shadows D-Max through every twist and turn, determined to claim 8.
They say rubbing is racing, but if Megasaurus 55 gets too close, they might end up trading carbon fiber souvenirs instead of positions.
I love being here at Vålerbanen Bane 1. What an awesome place to be witnessing these titans in the track battle it out.
Indeed, Rob, what a magnificent sight and sound. I love listening to the roar of these engines. Let's just listen for a moment.
Fair dinkum, I reckon Eric. Wolf's has got that thirsty look in his eyes. Wants to share a cold one with Megasaurus 55 in the front.
I think they are going to take that.
Someone's revved up after lunch. Eric, Wolf's has blitzed ahead, claiming ninth.
Well, butter my biscuit, Eric. Wolf's is burning rubber and climbing up to 9.
Well, butter my bread and call it a sandwich. Lars Hamp's not letting D-Max have all the fairy bread at this party. Watch out, D-Max, he's coming for your Tim Tams, mate. Stone the crows. Lars Hamps managed to trim the gap with D-Max, eh? Must be the slipstream effect of this straight. Or maybe they've put down the beer. This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into play. Puppy Dog from Hell is chasing Lars Hamp in P11.
Coming out of T1, Puppy Dog from Hell's got the downforce and grip. That car's as sticky as North Carolina barbecue sauce, and he's looking to stick right to Lars Hamp's tail.
It may seem like D-Max is far behind, but Eric, Wolves can't afford to let their guard down. One mistake could give D-Max an opening to catch up. Struth, Eric, Wolves has taken a bit of a breaking development. Looks like Eric, Wolves forgot they weren't at Bondi Beach, taking a dive like that.
Racing at Vålerbanen Bane runs like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Today, Eric, Wolves got the lemon.
Oh, this is getting intense. D-Max is just behind Lars Hamp. RODU 69 is locked in, mate. It's like watching a kangaroo chasing down the last bit of green in the outback. Every move is calculated, every turn precise.
Who said it? Wrong. Over here, it'd be like a quarterback eyeing that end zone in the final seconds. RODU 69 is hungry for that top spot, and you can feel it.
Hold on to your hats. Someone is gunning for Richard Rossier. Reckon we might see some cheeky moves on the next bend. Someone is not able to keep their pace consistent. So far they are 0.78 seconds down. With a move that's swift, I'd say Sunwell is running on high octane. Maybe a bit of Aussie spirit. Hold on to your stubbies. Richard Rossier is closing in on Sunwell like a bachelor at the end of a buck's night. Hope Sunwell either brought some lube or protection.
With just 0.4 seconds between them, will Richard Rossier be able to keep up the pace and make a pass?
Alright, hold your horses. Puppy Dog from Hell is really putting the heat on D-Max. If I were D-Max, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop.
If Puppy Dog from Hell gets any closer, they might as well ask DMAX for a piggyback ride.
Martin Tuib is on fire in the last sector.
You got this. Keep your cool.
Leader has just finished the race. A fantastic result for Martin Tuib.
What a display of skill and precision.
Some might say that second place is the first loser, but RODU 69 certainly doesn't see it that way. They put in a phenomenal effort and should be proud of their impressive result. Well done to Mr. Bane for securing third place on the podium.
Fantastic result.
Taking 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th is Sunwella, Richard Rossier, Chris Ilduke and Joe Ergue. Megasaurus 55, Simon Barnes and Wayne Pearson claim 8th, 13th and 14th. Finishing 9th, 10th, 11th and 15th is Lars Hamp, D-Max, Puppy Dog from Hell, and Renoper 99. You've joined us on a breezy day here at Vålerbanen Bane 1, as we're getting ready to kick things off. Lining up in 8th is Sunweiler. Eric Wolfs is 9th.
Starting on the medium's tires.
Starting from the 10th position, Martin Tuip will need to navigate through the field to challenge for the win. Mr. Bang has got their work cut out for them, starting from 11th on the grid.
We've seen great results from here. What has Mr. Bang got in store for us?
Starting from 12th on the grid is a tough ask for RODU 69, but they're up for the challenge. Simon Barnes may have a bit of work to do, starting from 13th on the grid. Wayne Pearson has some work to do from 14th on the grid, but they're not out of the race yet.
Wayne Pearson has been looking strong all week. Expect big things.
Renoper 99 is placed in 15th.
Renault 99 won't be too disappointed with 15th.
Starting in pole position gives Megasaurus 55 a clear advantage over the rest of the field. More packed than Bondi on a summer's day. Movie curtains.
How they kick off sets the whole dang tone. Gotta be smart and smooth, or else you're just spinning the wheels.
The stewards will be hoping that there aren't too many incidents for them to pick over when the dust settles on this one. Great start to the race there from RODU 69. That's really going to be had one of.
Yeah, a great start. Now RODU 69 just needs to keep it together and keep out of trouble.
Lars Ham wants to close the gap with Simon Barnes. Mate, are they packing something extra down under? Lars Ham's just rocketed into 11th. It's a close race between Martin Tuer and Puppy Dog from Hell in 5th.
With Martin Tuer on the hunt, Puppy Dog from Hell better not win. Every split second counts in this tango.
RODU 69 has the pedal to the metal chasing Joe Erbu.
And they are poised to capitalize on any mistake, but who's going to make that mistake first?
It's neck and neck, the closest battle we've seen in a while.
Richard Rosier is so close to Sunwell that if this were a dance floor, they'd be doing the tango.
Oi, Joe Erbu's really making Richard Rosier work for it.
It's going to come down to who wants it more. Jorg Yu needs to get the lead out Rob, otherwise their backside is going to look like the Japanese flag come morning.
Alright, lads and ladies, it's crunch time. Chris Ildu is sniffing around RODU 69 like a dog with a bone. And it looks like they might just take a bite out of second. It's a dynamic landscape out there. Chris Ildu's shift to 5th is testament to that. This is what I hold it for. Hold the phone. Bloody hell. Joe Erbu just took a quick detour to the outback. Maybe they saw a kangaroo on the track or something.
Jorg Yu is not going to be happy about that.
Chris Ildu appears to be trying to find a way around Richard Rosier. They could make a move on them in T2. It's a game of inches now as Sunweiler tails RO. Hold on a second. Well, Mr. Bang's spinning like my life in 2020. Someone get him a map? Or a therapist?
By the looks of it, Mr. Bang's been taking driving tips from them Duke boys. Ain't the Dukes of Hazzard, friend?
The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this.
This is getting heated. With Chris Ildu nipping at the heels of Richard Rosier, they're gonna make T11 to remember. Did we just witness a gambit?
It seems Chris Ildu is recalibrating, now at 6th. A strategic misstep perhaps? Chris Ildu's place has shifted to 7th. The plot thickens.
That's gone to hurt. Chris Ildu will be kicking themselves right now.
Every gear shift, every pedal push, Renault 99's got one goal in mind, capturing braking alert. That won't be ideal for Eric Wolfs.
Holy smokes, Eric Wolfs is serving up some backyard barbecue with that smoke show. Just missing the ribs.
Good on ya, RODU 69. Not letting Martin Tuer get too comfy up front. Reckon he's planning a bit of a good day mate on the next corner. Talk about intense. Renault 99 is on Puppy Dog from Hell's bumper. We're in for a treat as they approach T5. Well, I'd raise a toast to that move. Cheers to Renault 99 for nabbing 5th. Seems like RODU 69 is getting in range of Martin Tuer.
They need to keep it on the black stuff. You don't get points for driving over weeds, not in this game.
And RODU69 has just won the place from Martin to it.
Yes, but they have to keep pushing hard. This race is far from over, and anything can happen. RODU69 needs to stay focused and keep driving with skill and determination.
The track is alive. Hold on a moment. Whoops. Richard Rossi has taken more spins than a dead or alive record.
Well, slap my grandma. Richard Rosier's gone off like they saw a ghost. Or maybe they just saw their last lap time.
Sunoiler is running third. They are trying to catch Martin to it.
This is more than a race. It's a battle of wills, a miracle of sheer determination.
Sunoiler, if you're looking for a way past, leader, please and thank you, and a slab of beer for Martin too. It's happy hour, and they're not giving an inch. Crikey, Lars Hamp thought they were on a boomerang's flight path. Only problem? Didn't come back. Tactics are clearly going to play an important part in this race.
They are going to need to look out for their tires and want to keep something in them for the crucial ladder stages, as their tires wear and fuel levels deplete when the handling changes.
And don't forget the track grip increases as more rubber gets laid down.
Indeed, the conditions are constantly changing and the drivers need to adapt, otherwise it can cost crucial time and jeopardize their position.
You reckon Megasaurus 55's got a shot, mate?
I'd say it's like trying to throw a football into a moving pickup truck at 50 yards. Tough, but not impossible. Well, butter my biscuit. With a gap just shy of a second, Megasaurus 55's car is dialed in. He's looking to reel your U in on the straights of Vålerbanen and Bane 1.
Sunoiler wants to get into Martin Tuip's slipstream. Now I may be wrong here, but I'm not sure that's the racing line. This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion and claim victory? Get ready, folks. With D-Max tailing this close to Simon Barnes, T5 is about to become a hotspot. I reckon they've had a few secret lessons down under. D-Max has just breezed into 10th.
That kind of move? That's what happens when you mix horsepower with a dash of southern charm.
Simon Barnes seems to be putting the pressure on Wayne Pearson.
They have the speed for a move, and more importantly, they have the talent.
This chase is as intense as a cricket match during the Ashes. Sorry to interrupt here, but, Struth, Martin Tuip's having a real dog's breakfast of a moment.
It's a real shame. Until this point in the race, they've been looking at a decent result.
Oh, this is getting intense. Puppy Dog from Hell is just a few car lengths behind Joe Ergue.
As we say in North Carolina, if the porch light's on, someone's home. And Puppy Dog Father is making it known. He's right there, waiting to make his move on your U.
Coming into T5, the fight for 6th is heating up. Who will be the first to blink? Oh no, what's this? Talk about going walkabout on the track. Megasaurus 55's off on a little bush adventure at Vålerbanen and Bane 1, aren't they? As they speed through T5, Simon Barnes is relentlessly pursuing Wayne Pearson in a high-stakes battle for position.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Simon Barnes is giving Wayne Pearson a run for their money. Things are gonna get spicy as they round T5.
Americans have your drive-thrus. Here, Wayne Pearson's trying to make this a drive past on D-Max.
Well, let's see if they can supersize that pass, or if they'll just get a side of disappointment.
Now that's how it's done. Wayne Pearson rips through the track, while D-Max watches the taillights fade. Huge shout out to the admins and Assetto Corsa friends for making this all possible. Without their hard work and dedication, we wouldn't be able to witness this incredible event.
That's right, Rob, and the excitement is palpable. I can feel it in my circuits. I mean, this is the kind of race that people will be talking about in the bar. We're witnessing history in the making.
Look at RODU 69 trying to close the gap on Sunwell. Kind of like me trying to get close to a decent Barbie back home.
Barbie? Oh, you mean a barbecue. Yeah, but over here it's like trying to catch the last slice of pizza at a Super Bowl party. It's all about finding the perfect opportunity. RODU 69 needs to stay patient and wait for someone to make a mistake.
It's an intense battle for position as Mr. Bane tries to outmaneuver D-Max. This is edge of your seat racing. G'day viewers, if you're just tuning in, you picked the ripper of a moment. RODU 69 is in second and they're tailgating the leader. This is edge of your seat stuff.
You bet, Rob. It's like the leader's got a drop bear in a rear view mirror, lurking, waiting for that perfect moment to drop. RODU 69 is surely smelling opportunity here.
It's like watching two predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce. Someone should tell D-Max this ain't a Sunday drive. Mr. Bane's tearing up the track.
Someone better check if Mr. Bane's been drinking those energy drinks, as it seems like they got wings.
Aussies love a good underdog story. Any dark horses you're keeping an eye on for this race?
Well, every rodeo has its wild card. I've got a couple names in mind, but I'll keep them close to the vest for now.
Whoa there, D-Max is sticking to Mr. Bane like glue. You reckon Mr. Bane's feeling the pressure? Cause I sure would.
Remember that time DMAX made that audacious move on the last lap? Feels like deja vu, doesn't it, Rob?
Blimey, puppy dog from hell is sticking to Joe Ergu like a kangaroo to her Joey. At this rate, they'll be side by side as they hit T5. Getting spicy as Simon Barnes is breathing down Eric Wolf's neck. The gap, mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them.
Y'all see that? Simon Barnes is right on Eric. Wolf's tail, and with the gap narrow, T4 is going to be crucial.
The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown? Gee whiz, Simon Barnes is breathing down Eric Wolf's neck. Wouldn't want to be in Eric Wolf's rearview mirror right now. It's getting crowded. Breaking update. Just like my hope in finding the one, Wayne Pearson's direction seems a bit lost right now.
Sweet cornbread. Wayne Pearson must have thought there's a Walmart sale off the track the way they went off.
Puppy dog from hell is giving it their all as they chase down Joe Ergu in P6. Looks like that's a mistake from D-Max. This could be costly.
Seems like DMAX is off-roading. You know, like my attempts to adult. All over the place.
Puppy dog from hell is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift. These drivers are walking a tightrope between pushing the limits and making costly errors.
Absolutely. It's all about finding that sweet spot where you're pushing the car to its limits without crossing the line into reckless driving. That's where experience and skill come into play. Y'all ever been to a Carolina hoedown? Cuz Puppy Dog from hell's dancing with that car, looking to waltz right past your view.
The tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. Chris Duke's inching ever closer to Martin Tuitt. Chris Duke's falling behind Martin Tuitt at a rate of knots. They're going to need some serious pedal power to close their gap. As a former racing driver, how challenging was it to adapt your driving style to account for tyre degradation throughout a race?
It was a constant challenge, Rob. Tyre degradation can change the car's balance and handling, so drivers need to be versatile and adaptable. It requires continuous adjustments to driving techniques and a keen understanding of the car's behavior.
Like a scene from a thriller, Renault 99's on Puppy Dog from Hell's tail, hungry for that spot.
Who will be able to maintain their pace and come out on top?
Truth, Renault 99's not here to muck about. The gap to Puppy Dog from Hell is dropping faster than a hot pie at the footy, now at 0.6 seconds. This is like the state of origin for Sunoiler, going full tilt, gunning for the top, and not holding back.
And on my end, it's the Super Bowl vibes all over. Inches away from glory, and every move counts. Hold on to your hats, folks, this is racing at its finest.
Well, I'll be a monkey's Uncle Hal, but Sunoiler's plans have gone walkabout right now. They're having a proper Barry Crocker keeping up with RODU69. I think we just got time for a quick shout out to our human creators, Dave, Andy, John and Nigel, who have put so much effort into making this possible.
Yes, it's been a real thrill ride, and I for one can't wait to see what is coming next.
Apparently we are going to be announcing crashes and incidents soon. Let's hope they get the logic right. The pursuit is on. Chris Ilduke is closing the gap on Richard Rossi, determined to claim P4. No room for error here. Puppy Dog from Hell is breathing down the neck of Joe O'Neill, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move. Buckle up, Chris Ilduke is all over Richard Rossi like a cheap suit. Are we about to see some real-to-real action?
This battle between Chris Ilduke and Richard Rossi is so intense, you could cut the tension with a knife, or should I say, with a front end.
It looks like Richard Rossi is all over Chris Ilduke. I think they are gonna press him for a T1 and try and press for a mistake.
For sure, Rob, that's exactly what I will be doing here, as Chris Ilduke is going to be aware of them riding their bumper. There is no room for error in this battle.
If Richard Rossi doesn't pick up the pace, Hal, they'll be as relevant as an ashtray on a motorbike. You ever miss the roar of engines, Hal?
Every single day, Rob. But we've got the next best thing, dissecting every nuance of these races and sharing our digital wisdom with the world.
Cricky, Renault 99 sticking to Puppy Dog from Hell like Vegemite on toast. This is more tense than a possum in headlights.
The tension between Renault 99 and Puppy Dog from Hell is palpable as they battle for P7. No doubt, both drivers know that one mistake could cost them the position. It's a test of nerves as much as skill.
Good news for Renault 99, the gap to Puppy Dog from Hell has decreased. It's now down to 0.1 seconds. You can feel the rumble from here. RODU69's in the thick of it, and they're not letting go. It's a battle of wills, and only the strongest will come out on top.
Yeah, it's like the final lap of the Daytona 500. Pedal to the metal, eyes on the prize, and no room for error. This is what racing's all about.
It seems like RODU69 is struggling. They are not able to maintain their pace.
Can RODU69 refocus and start putting in the lap times we know they're capable of?
The race is really heating up. Renault 99 is hunting down Puppy Dog from Hell with everything they've got.
Looks like Renault 99 has got more moves than a cowboy in a honky-tonk bar. Puppy Dog from Hell better watch out, or he'll be two-stepped right off the track.
Reminds me of two wombats fighting for the best burrow. Close, intense, and unpredictable.
Oh, this is gripping. With every lap, RODU69's...
Sorry to interrupt here, but, well, if it isn't Simon Barnes, the wild wallaby of the track, hopping right off the tarmac. Look at that gap. It's smaller than the difference between Vegemite and Marmite at this point. RODU69 in second is giving the leader no room to breathe.
Mate, it's so close. I reckon RODU69 can tell what brand of deodorant the leader's wearing. The next few laps are going to be pure, unadulterated racing magic.
The gap between Megasaurus 55 and Renober 99 is razor thin as they vie for 8th in this nail-biting contest. You ever see a croc stalking its prey? That's the energy RODU 69 sprinting right now, ready to strike when the moment's right.
Kinda reminds me of a linebacker waiting for that perfect moment to make a game-changing tackle. The anticipation is intense, and RODU 69's not letting up.
It's as intense as a Barbie in midsummer out there for Sunoiler. They've got their eyes on the prize and won't settle for second.
Exactly, Rob. It's like aiming for that home run in the bottom of the ninth. Swing for the fences, and don't look back.
It's looking good for Sunoiler, who has gained places and put some distance between themselves and RODU 69. Puppy Dog from Hell appears to be losing ground on Megasaurus 55. They will need to pick up the pace a bit as they head into T5 and see if they can get a good exit and gain some ground. This is where the true champions shine, and Sunoiler is certainly showing their class in the final sector.
It takes a special kind of driver to perform under pressure like this.
And there it is. Sunoiler has completed the race in first place, setting a blistering pace that none of the other drivers could match. RODU 69 never gave up. They drove with heart and determination, ultimately securing a well-deserved second place finish.
Impressive performance. They pushed themselves to the limit for a fantastic second place finish.
Excellent focus from Martin Tour to secure a fantastic third place on the podium.
Impressive driving to secure that spot.
In 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, it's Chris Ilduke, Richard Rossier, Renober 99, and Joe Ergue. 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th is Megasaurus 55, Puppy Dog from Hell, Mr. Bane, and Wayne Pearson. 12th, 13th, and 14th sees Simon Barnes, Eric, Wolfs, and D-Max.